Are you ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for this?
I heard the new thing, man, I'm trying to do. What you wanna do? Oh man, it's on you. One time, what is wrong? Let me do it. Blaze the path, coming through. For the people in the back, for the people in the front, for the people on the side, for the people on front. The east and west, the north and south, you know it's kinda hasty. It's just another fact of life for me, really.
The man who never moves without matching, Nick Vindin.
Hello and welcome to Move It, a show that's all about moving and matching images and words to score the maximum points for your team. We're going to be quizzing our teams on some interesting topics today. It could be sport, it could be science, it could be geography, it could be just about anything to find out who'll play in our prize round. But before we get there, we've got plenty of action to get through. Let's meet our stupendous teams. On our blue team, we have Josie and Aneliese. Girls, welcome to the program. Josie, you're a bit of a sailing superstar. Tell me about that. I can see you've got a trophy. How did you get that?
I went to state and I came first in most improved.
Wow, that's an incredible effort. First and most improved category. Well done. And did your boat have a name? Because often that's a bit of a tradition to name a boat.
Well, the boat I sailed in this race was called Amazing Grace, but I'm getting a new boat called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Goodness me, you sound like a bit of a pirate acquiring all these boats. Very good. Amazing Grace. Soon to become Sonic the Hedgehog in the Sabo class. Very interesting. And your teammate, Aneliese, I believe you're a bit of a Viking of sorts.
Well, I am. My great-uncle Carl on my mum's side traced our heritage back to the Viking ages.
Wow, that goes back a very long way. Great-uncle Carl, well done. I hope he's watching today and likes the hand-me-down there. Very good. Good stuff. And across on our yellow team, we have Mary and Eva. Girls, welcome to the show. Mary, you like debating, is that correct?
Yes,
I heard that wasn't correct.
Oh, no, it is correct. I really like debating.
Oh, see, you are good. Very good stuff there. Well done. And you've also got a worm farm.
Yes, I do, with more than 1,000 worms.
Well, more than 1,000 worms?
Yes.
Have you counted them all, or is that a guesstimation?
Well, when you purchase the worms, they give you a certain amount in package, and that's how many we bought.
Oh, 1,000. Very good. Well, there could be more than 1,000 now.
Yes.
Who knows? How do you feed worms? How do you keep them healthy?
Well, you just put all your scraps in, so if you have some fruit and then you put the rest in that you don't want to eat, and then it eats that and produces a liquid which you can put on your garden, and it's really good for it.
Oh, how fantastic. A bit of composting. Excellent work there. And Eva, you're a trumpeting sensation. Tell me about that.
Well, I recently did my grade 3 exam, and this is some of my music.
Goodness me, that looks some high-tech music there. Grade 3, how many grades are there? How far along are you?
Well, there's 8, and then there's one that you have to do to become a teacher.
Oh, well done. Is that an interest to you? Would you like to be a trumpet teacher one day?
I'm not sure.
Nice. Keeping all your options open. Very good. All right, let's get started. Now we've met our teams, let's see if they've got what it takes to move it. Teams behind me are 5 screens. Words will appear inside the screen like this. You'll then have 45 seconds to match those words with a statement of fact that I give you. For every match you get right, you'll score 5 points. And if you lock in everything under 45 seconds and all your matches are correct, you'll score bonus points for every second you don't use. Let's get started on round 1. Move it and match it. Well, at the start of today's action, we thought we'd have a sailing race around the harbour, but that would just be way too difficult. So instead, we tossed a coin to decide who'd be going first. Our yellow team won that toss, but they've sent in the blue team into the deep end. Let's find out what category our supercomputer picks for our blue team. What could it be? Literature, science, sport, geography, maybe? Before humans. Paleontology-related things. Let's take a look and see what words are inside our blue team screens. We have dinosaur, excavation, extinct, bones and fossil. We've got the words. Can we line them up with some facts? Let's find out. Who's joining me on the ramp?
Me!
Well, let's move it. Come on, Josie. We've got dinosaur, excavation, extinct, bones and fossil. And Josie, for a bit of a sea dog, you move very well on dry land. I'm impressed. All right, 45 seconds on the clock here. You can see your words. I'll say a few facts. You've got to match up those facts with the words on your screen. Bonus points up for grabs, so be quick, just like you're in a sailing race. Here comes your first fact. I make up a skeleton. Move it. I make up a skeleton. Okay, fact one's in screen one. I'm something that happens on a dig. What might happen on a dig? What might that be? What happens on a dig? Fact two's in screen two. Okay, my species include Triceratops, T-Rex and Velociraptor. Locked in there. Okay, fact four. I mean something that no longer is in existence. And I'm the petrified remains of once living organisms. Well done there, Josie. Very good. You were attacking, you were coming about, pulling on the ropes there, just like you're out at sea. Let's take a look and see how many move it matches Josie had for our blue team. Wonderful stuff. Extinct. Interesting, though. Some interesting ones there, a bit of a tricky category. Let's review some of those answers. I make up a skeleton, or bones, or parts of the bones make up a skeleton. I'm something that happens on a dig, an excavation, when you're lifting up all those remains. My species include Triceratops, T-Rex, and Velociraptor. You know the answer is? Dinosaurs. I mean something that is no longer in existence, extinct, which you had, and on the petrified remains of once living organisms. We were after fossil, but a good start nonetheless on a tricky category. One match, 5 points. Head back to your pod. Great start, Josie, our resident sailor. Very impressive start. Let's take a look and see what category our supercomputer picks for our yellow team.
You ready for this?
What could it be? What do we have here, supercomputer? Ooh, the rain in Spain. What could that be? We're after weather-related things. Let's take a look and see what words are inside our yellow team screens. We have winter, barometer, rain, Bureau of Meteorology and Celsius. Okay, we know the words. Can we match them up with some facts? Let's find out. Who's joining me on the ramp?
Me.
Well, let's move it. Come on, Mary. Let's go, go, go. We've got winter, barometer, rain, Bureau of Meteorology and Celsius. Know much about the weather?
Yeah.
Listen to the weather guy?
Well, sometimes.
I never listen to him. He's always wrong, isn't he? All righty. Let's see if we can line these up with some facts. 45 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Fact one. I'm used to measure atmospheric pressure. Move it. Fact one in screen one. Fact two. Australians use me as a temperature scale. What would that be? Fact two. You've got to lock it in. Screen two. Murphy's Law says I come when you go out without an umbrella.
Rain.
Great help from the pod there. Fact four, on average, I'm the coldest season of the year. And fact five, I'm Australia's weather, climate and water agency.
Winter.
And we're all locked in there, Mary. Well done. Up you come. Up you come. Well, you're a debater and you have a worm farm. Are all the worms watching today? I hope they are. Hope they're tuned in, watching you go on Move It. Let's take a look and see how many Move It matches our yellow team had. Mary. Mary, great start indeed. 3 matches. That's a fabulous start. Let's review some of these for everyone playing along at home. Fact one, I'm used to measure atmospheric pressure, a barometer. Fact two, Australians use me as a temperature scale. We use Celsius. Some people use Fahrenheit. Murphy's Law says I come when you go out without an umbrella. Well, that'd have to be rain. On average, I'm the coldest season of the year, winter, and I'm Australia's weather, climate and water agency, the Bureau of Meteorology. Well done. Head back to your pod. 3 matches, 15 points. Time for a quick score check. Our blue team on 5 points. And our yellow team on 15 points. Some great handshakes there. After the break, we're going head-to-head right here on Move It.
You ready for this? You ready for
Great music here. We have some talented musicians in the studio today. Fabulous stuff. And also some talented Move It players as well. They'll need to be because it's now time for us to make a move. Well, hopefully you're quick on those buzzers because we're about to find out. I'll ask a series of questions. If you think you know the answer, buzz in. Get it right, you'll score 5 points. Get it wrong, it'll go across to the other team. After every question, we'll reveal a new image and we'll use those images for a big game of Move It at the end. Let's find out what category our supercomputer picks for round 2.
You ready for this?
What could it be? Give us a good one, supercomputer. Nose or toes? We're after body parts. Hands on those buzzers. Here comes your first question. What farmyard animal shares its name with part of a leg? A foal, a calf, or blue team?
A calf?
A calf's correct. Which 10 items on your feet can you use clippers to cut? Blue team.
Toes. Toenail clippers.
Toenails is correct indeed. I wouldn't want to be cutting off my toes. That'd be very painful. All right, number 3. What do you lose if you go bald? Yellow team.
Hair.
Hair's correct. Fingers crossed I never go bald. All righty. Which of these is a real condition? Tennis elbow, tennis nose, or tennis lungs? Blue team.
Tennis lungs.
Tennis lungs is not correct. Yellow team.
Tennis nose.
Tennis nose is not correct unless you get a tennis ball in the face. The term is tennis elbow. Tennis elbow. And what rhyming with lung lives in your mouth? Yellow team.
Tongue.
Tongue's correct. Imagine having a lung in your mouth. That'd make life difficult, wouldn't it? Well done. Good stuff. We've got the images. Let's see if we can match them up with some facts. Who's joining me on that ramp? Well, let's move it. Come on, Annalise and Eva. We've got a calf, hair, toenail, elbow, and a tongue. That's a bit rude. He's sticking his tongue out. Hopefully not at me. All right. This time around, we'll say 5 facts at a time. You'll have 45 seconds to match up those facts with the images on your screen. Here come your 5 facts. I house 2,000 to 8,000 taste buds. Fact 2, if I get too long, I can catch on your socks. Fact 3, I have a funny bone, though hitting it is anything but funny. Fact 4, some bodybuilders build me up until I'm enormous. And fact 5, Rapunzel had really long tresses of me. There are your 5 facts, 45 seconds on the clock. Let's move it.
One tongue.
Blue team, already locked in. Oh, fact 1's not locked in, Yellow. Got to make sure fact 1's locked in. I have 2,000 taste buds.
Lock it in on 3.
Okay. Our blue team's on fact 3.
3 is 5.
So you're on the second fact now, Yellow. Now you're on your 3rd fact, Yellow.
Done.
Alrighty, Yellow. Some bodybuilders build me up until I'm enormous. You didn't lock it in. You've got to lock in your answer. Well done, Eva. Had a little bit of problems, I think, with the lock-ins there, but not to worry. Let's take a look and see how many Move It matches Annalise had for our blue team. 5 from 5. Well done there, Annalise, with 25 bonus points as well, because you had plenty of time left. Good job. All right, let's take a look and see how many Move It matches Eva had for our yellow team. Oh, not to worry. Not to worry at all. There's some tricky ones there, Eva, and I think I had a tiny bit of difficulty with the buzzer, but not to worry at all. Let's review some of those facts. Fact number 1, I house 2,000 to 8,000 taste buds a tongue. If I get too long, I can catch on your socks. Toenails. I have a funny bone, though hitting it is anything but funny. That's in your elbow. Some bodybuilders build me up until I'm enormous. Calf muscles. Some bodybuilders like Fabio build up their hair too, but that wasn't the answer. Rapunzel had really long tresses of me. Of course, it was hair. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Our blue team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, 25 points. And our yellow team, they didn't manage any lock-ins, but that doesn't matter because they're still very much in the game. Head back to your pods, teams. Time for a quick score check. Our yellow team on 25 points. And this is a close one. Our blue team on 65 points. Still anyone's game, though, because after the break, we're playing for double points right here on Move It.
You ready for this? You ready for this?
A couple of sailors showing us their ropes there. Quite honestly, that was a bit of fun sailing around the Move It studios. Now it's time for us to get back on track, though, because it's time to get a move on. What an exciting dash to the line we're going to have. Just 4 questions separating our 2 teams at the moment, because we're playing for 10 points on the pods, 10 points on the ramp. That's for every correct answer. So it's still very much anyone's game. Let's take a look and see what category our supercomputer picks for round 3.
You ready for this?
What could it be? So many options. The supercomputer. The Fame Name Game. Okay, we're after famous people from history. Hands on those buzzers. Here comes your first question. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Blue team.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci is correct. Well done. Which of these was a famous British monarch? Horace IV, Hamish III, or Henry VIII? Yellow team.
VIII.
Yellow team.
Henry VIII.
Henry VIII is correct. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare's correct. Which late British Queen's first name is shared with the name of an Australian state? Yellow team.
Victoria.
Queen Victoria is correct. Of course, Victoria named after her. Who, starting with Cleo, was a famous Egyptian queen? Blue team.
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra is correct. Well done. What a quick round that was, girls. You really knew all the names there, didn't you? All right, now we've got their words. Let's see if we can line them up with some facts. Who's joining me on the ramp?
Me.
Let's move it. Come on, Josie and Mary. We've got Leonardo da Vinci, Cleopatra, William Shakespeare, Henry VIII, and Queen Victoria. Slight change in the gameplay here, girls. This time around, I'll only say 1 fact at a time, and you'll only have 10 seconds to lock that fact in. Can't sneak away early. Got to wait for me to finish the question and say move it. After you've locked it in, you've got to race back up the ramp and be ready for the second question. Remember, 10 points for a correct lock-in, and our bonus points will accumulate. Alrighty, here's your first fact. Fact number 1, I had 6 wives. Move it! What do we think, Yellow? 6 wives. Goodness me. Fact number 2, I was Queen of the Nile. Move it! Queen of the Nile. I wonder if she was one of the 6 wives. Who knows? Alright, third fact, I added over 1,000 words to the English language. Move it!
I think William Shakespeare. Yes.
Very good stuff, and racing up. And our last 2 facts coming up back to back here. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was named after me. And wait for the 5th one, wait for the 5th one. And I share my name with a famous building in Sydney City. Move it!
More than 5. Yes.
Oh, all in there. Oh, well done. Very interesting stuff there. Feeling pretty confident, Josie, I can tell. I can tell. You well studied on your history and your famous people?
Yeah.
We're about to find out. Let's take a look and see how many movement matches Josie had for our blue team. 5 from 5. Well done. What a great way to finish. Let's slide across to our yellow team and see how many movement matches Mary had for the yellow team. 5 from 5. Goodness me, what a grandstand finish we have on our hands. Let's review some of these answers. I had 6 wives, Henry VIII. I was Queen of the Nile, Cleopatra. I added over 1,000 words to the English language, William Shakespeare. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was named after Leonardo da Vinci. And I share my name with a famous building in Sydney, Queen Victoria, the Queen Victoria building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches for blue, 50 points. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches for yellow, 50 points. Well done. Girls on the pods, come and join us on the ramps. Nice and quickly. Try and jump over the Nile. Time for a quick score check. Our yellow team on 129 points. Wonderful effort. And our blue team on 183 points. And they're obviously very excited because they missed up their handshake there, but that's all right. You can perfect that because you'll be going through and playing in our prize round. But our yellow team, you played fantastically well, a super effort, especially with the 5 out of 5 finish. Let's take a look and see what you're heading home with.
All contestants on Move It receive this book pack, courtesy of Paragon Publishing.
You ready for this?
Move it!
You ready for this?
Move it!
Welcome back, and a special welcome back to our champions today, Josie and Aneliese. Girls, very well played. So good to have you here. You really did write quite a drama there. The first round, you were behind. The second round, you came out with a perfect 5. And then the third round, you were really starting to enjoy yourselves. Another 5 from 5, and picking up 38 bonus points in the process. So you're getting better and better. You're almost at takeoff. Let's hit takeoff right now in our prize round. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, up until now, we've been asking you to match up our words and our images with statements of fact. But in our prize round, we need you to order our images. So that order could be anything from, say, the smallest to the biggest or the slowest to the quickest. All you have to do is order the images. Sounds easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends what category.
Oh, doesn't it? Well, the computer's going to decide our fate. Let's take a look and see what category our supercomputer chooses for you.
You ready for this?
There'll be 2. They're always goodies. Girt by Sea and String Theory. What would you like to choose? So I can tell you, Girt by Sea is events in Australian history in chronological order, and String Theory is about the numbers of strings on stringed instruments. Josie and Aneliese, what would you like to choose? No idea. Ooh, deep in consultation here. Need a decision, girls?
Girt by Sea.
Girt by Sea, very good choice. Events in Australian history in chronological order. We're going to flash up 5 events in Australian history on your screens. We'll need you to order them from the earliest event on screen number 1 to the most recent on screen number 5. So you have to order our words here. 45 seconds on the clock. Let's clear those screens and move it. Think earliest.
First leader up.
Earliest.
Yes. Wait.
Don't rush the lock in. It's in. Let's travel through time here.
Gold Rush? No, I think it's... No, Gold Rush. Gold Rush was the 18th.
Some great teamwork here.
Now I say it's this one.
Yep. Now it's...
Be sure of this, girls.
This
Don't
one.
rush it.
Yeah.
Okay, Josie taking the reins there. Josie, tell me what was going through your head there, because you seem to be very sure about your dates.
I was trying to think of what happened first and the era and just...
Oh, that's a good technique. I like it. I was just amused at how you were working through it all. You seemed very logical. Come in nice and close because I want to share this moment with you. Let's take a look and see how many movement matches our blue team had. 5 from 5!
Good job, Tracy.
That was great. And the handshake wasn't bad either. Can we just relive that moment again? That was wonderful. Well done. Congratulations. A huge effort. Maybe everyone at home didn't know that. Let's clue them onto it. The first fleet arrived in 1788. The first gold rush was in 1851. World War II, 1939 to 1945. Cyclone Tracy in 1974, and Australia winning the America's Cup in 1983. It was too easy for Josie and Aneliese. Let's take a look and see what you're heading home with.
Test your skills with a Lego Chima 3DS or the Scribblenauts 3 Unlimited 3DS game, courtesy of Warner Brothers. Study the world and challenge your brain with this book and puzzle pack, courtesy of Paragon Publishing.
Another ripping contest between our 2 teams here on Move It. Our yellow team setting the buzzers alight. Well done, girls. And our blue team, in spectacular touch, taking out the prize round with some knowledge of history that was bamboozling. Well done, girls. I learnt a few things from you today. Hope you've had a lot of fun playing along at home. We'll see you next time on Move It. Show me your moves, girls.